disturbing article that recently crossed my path. It was published in the Huffington Post back in January. I wasn't actively video blogging then, so it didn't catch my attention. But it came across my path recently, and it is written by Dr. Robin Chutkan, and it was entitled, "All That Bloats Is Not Celiac Disease." I'm going to give you a few quotes directly from the article, and you'll see probably why I was so disturbed by it. So it says, in 15 years of practicing gastroenterology, I've learned that people who walk into my office thinking they have celiac disease usually don't, and people who least suspect it sometimes do. She refers to celiac disease as an allergy to gluten, which we in the community often, say this is an allergy when we're dining out to servers instead of trying to explain the whole process. But any MD would, should not refer to celiac as an allergy to gluten. Another quote is, "But people like this are frequently gluten intolerant and not suffering from celiac disease. Gluten intolerant means your body feels better when you're eating real food rather than processed crap. That doesn't sound like a disease to me." Going on, if you have celiac disease, you should be avoiding cookies and bagels, not eating the gluten-free version. Going further on, she refers to people who ask to be tested as cyberchondriacs. That really, really woke me up, worked me up, and just got me upset. And finally, she says, if you're clearly getting heated and frustrated, if you've not actually been diagnosed with celiac disease, don't torture yourself avoiding soy sauce and obsessing over whether a picogram of gluten might be present in everything you eat. Do eat naturally gluten-free foods like fruits and vegetables because they're healthy. Don't eat gluten-free junk and think you're doing your body a favor. And remember, it could be worse. You could be 7 months pregnant and bloated. Okay. So, I'm going to come down from that. I'm not a medical professional. We know this. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a dietitian. I can't say what doctors see on a day-to-day basis in their practice, but I am the gluten-free guru, and I do extensive research, and I have a pretty exceptional memory. So statistically speaking, from 2010 to 2012, there'll be 500,000 new cases of celiac diagnosed, and according to Dr. Alessio Fasano from the University of Maryland, the true prevalence of celiac disease doubles every 15 years. So for her to say that most people who think they have celiac disease don't, maybe statistically speaking in her research that's what she's found, but there are a lot of cases of celiac disease that are undiagnosed, and a lot of people who need to be diagnosed, and a lot more people who are developing celiac disease. Also, I get emails letting me know that people are going in for testing for celiac, and oftentimes they do have it. And if they don't, they may actually be gluten intolerant. And if we don't have people advocating for celiac education, it's like you know your body better than anybody else, and I hope that articles like this one don't discourage you or make you feel fearful or shameful to go into your doctor and say, I'd like to have the blood test run. There's nothing, doctors should never put down people who know their body and who know symptoms. And granted, I understand there are lots of, the internet is a huge resource and you may find things that, you don't have. But if you know your body and you feel like this, there's no reason for you to be fearful or ashamed to walk into your doctor's office and ask for a test. You are, your best advocate here. Obviously, everyone is entitled to opinion, and this doctor has hers, and I certainly have my own. But, I guess she's right in the sense that everyone who suffers from bloating clearly does not have celiac disease. But I really don't agree with the way that it was presented in this article. And so, I'm saying, as fellow G-freers, let's not let articles like this bring us down, because we know that knowledge is power. And it's good to share this info and not get discouraged, but to realize that there's a lack of solid education amongst the general population and the medical community. So let's not let ignorance bring us down as a community. Let's just band together and use what we have to bring more people the information and help more people get diagnosed. So thanks so much for watching. I hope everyone's doing well out there. As always, it's from Have Not to Have and Gluten-Free Dining.